Hi, welcome to Bride Society. I'm Laura and this is Rebecca.
So today we are bringing you a roundup of our favourite wedding favours. So on our channel we have lots of DIY favour ideas that we've done over the past few years, but it occurred to us we've never actually done a video rounding up favourite ideas for you. So if you're sat there thinking, what am I going to do for my wedding? Like, I need some inspiration. Well, we're here to round up our favourite of the favours. Generally speaking, we are a big fan of multi-purpose favours, by which I mean, so it might be a favour and double up as something else, such as the name card for the place setting. Cost effective,
yes,
always a win. So whether that be something like a personalised coaster, or sort of a small vase that's been engraved, can even work into the centerpiece somehow, like the table decor. So multi-purpose, you will see popping up a lot throughout our categories.
Yeah.
So we've broken things up into some categories. You'll see there's a lot of overlap, so don't judge us too harshly on that. But it might mean you might want to watch the whole video to make sure that you've caught everything.
Yeah. So our first category is kids. Now, not everything in this category is kind of just for kids, so this might work for everybody who's coming to your wedding, but more focused on the younger guests if you're having them. So one of our first ideas, just to keep them busy as well as something for them to enjoy, is maybe a little container full of like a little Lego kit or something like that, depending on the age of the child, but that could maybe keep them quiet as well, especially if it's something that's given to them at the speeches.
Yes. Just for those key moments.
Yeah.
Key moments, yes. Or activity book of some description, and this could be either like even personalised to you and your spouse to be as a couple, and details about things that they've got to like take pictures of, go find, hunt for, draw, like all kinds of bits and pieces they can put in. Or as a more of a generic one, it's just kind of wedding themed in some way. You can make it yourself, or you can buy these online now. They're quite easy to come by. But again, a nice little touch, just kind of keeping them occupied / them having fun at the same time. We're not saying we just want them to sit in the corner and be quiet. We want them to enjoy themselves too. And so we think that's a really nice way to do that, and something they can take away afterwards.
Yeah. Something that won't keep them quiet necessarily, and if you do this for your whole wedding, then you could have some sort of musical interlude as part of the wedding breakfast. You could have some sort of musical instrument. So we have a DIY on our channel about making like tambourines, and these again you could put names on, so they could double up as a name card as well. But you could either buy some musical instruments or make some, and then it's just something they can have some fun with as well, and making a bit of noise at the same time.
Oh, I think that's a good point as well for the, like, if you're having a couple's entrance into the wedding reception and that's already on their table, like they can like sort of shake the tambourine as you're coming in at that point too. So you can make the noise work for you. We also like the idea of just having a little toy on the place setting, and that could be like a little trap or a little tractor, depending on the kid. You get different ones, if you have a sense of the kids that are coming, like what they like, their ages and things, and personalise it a bit to them, because you've probably got less kids coming than adults, probably.
I would imagine so.
Yeah. So it might be easier for you to kind of get slightly different favours for individual kids. It would be quite the task to do it for an entire kind of average size adult wedding party, to kind of like get individual presents, like gifts, favours. But yeah, for the kids you could do that, and say doubling it up as the place name setting, so tying a little tag around it with some twine or bow or whatever, just to give it sort of a wedding edge rather than just being kind of a toy dumped on a place setting, if you see what I mean. So this next section is more eco-friendly favours. So if you're looking for something where you want to be a bit more mindful about the environment at the same time, good for you, 4 marks. Maybe you could consider something like sort of eco-friendly candles, like a soya candle, something like that. You can get them beautifully like personalised with you and your spouse's details on, something like that. But again, it's just, it's still maybe a more semi-traditional and gift, but something that can be personalised and made in consideration of the environment too.
Something else that we've made on our channel before are these bird feeder wedding favours. So you can also buy them if you don't want to spend the time making them, but you create little individual bird feeders out of bird seed in various different shapes. So we just did heart-shaped ones that you can hang up outside. It's something for people to take home, put in their garden, and enjoy the birds coming to visit.
Yeah, and sort of following on from that, kind of a more recent, more modern surge I've seen in wedding favours, and something I've actually experienced at a wedding too, is being given some flower seeds as favour in a little packet. Maybe says something like "Let Love Grow" on it. Works both nicely from the point of view that you can then, the idea that you plant those, the guests plant those in their garden, and then can be sort of reminded of that special occasion each year when the flowers come out, but as well obviously for helping sort of the bees, pollinators, that kind of thing as well.
And if you want to go a step further from seeds, you could also give your guests a ready-made plant. So maybe a little pot each with like herbs in, so they can use it in cooking. You could stick a stick in there with their names on, so again doubles up as a place setting.
Or even again on the doubling up side of things, if you've got their more traditional kind of looking name card, you could have it made out of plantable seed paper. So they can take away that name card. It's not just gonna, well, you'd probably get put in the recycling, I guess, ordinarily if it was made out of paper, but can take it home, get planted in the garden, and again, watch it grow and help with the pollinators.
Next section are seasonal favours. Now there is quite a lot of overlap in this section to our one that's coming up, so watch out for those sneak peeks in this section. But if you're having maybe a December kind of Christmassy wedding, you might want to theme your favours along those lines. Same with Easter, varies with the times of the year. So for Christmas example, you might want to put crackers on everybody's table settings. So that's again add as a place name, and also a little gift inside the cracker, something for them to do, so everyone can, an icebreaker on the table if everyone's pulling crackers.
Hot hats.
Yeah, exactly. So you can make it fun, and you can put whatever you want inside. You can either order them online. There's lots of companies that will provide filled crackers for you, or you can go down the DIY route and put your own individual gifts inside.
Also, along the kind of Christmassy route, we love the idea of sort of personalised Christmas baubles. So then each year they kind of come back out and get put on their tree, and that, again, they remember that day, so it kind of stays with the person for longer and has kind of a purpose. And it's that they can be personalised with the person's name, date of your wedding, something like that. Or you can even make it like a fillable bauble, so you can put other favour inside, where it's sort of like sweet treats, sugared almonds, whatever inside, and they can again use that down the line for other things, like putting little gifts from Santa inside kind of thing on the tree in years to come as well. So yeah, lots of ideas on that.
And now this is kind of quite a lot of overlap with our next section, which is edible favours. But again, if you're having an Easter wedding, you've got to include Easter chocolate there somehow. So
Can be done.
Classic mini eggs, you could just fill a little jar with some mini eggs, put a tag on it with the name on. You've got a flavour that everyone will love.
Mm-hmm. And following on with the Easter theme, little bunny butts. So these are kind of like geometric heart-shaped cakes, basically. But again, to make them look like burrowing bunnies, you put them in sort of a little cellophane bag and put the person's name on it. So again, favour place name setting, doubling up there. But it's kind of a cake that will keep a little bit longer because it's sort of encased in sort of harder chocolate. It's a DIY we've done on our channel, so again we'll link that video in the description box, so you can get there quickly, which we'll do with all of the ones that we're showing you that we've done on our channel too, if you're interested.
Yeah. Like the next one, which if you're having a Halloween a wedding around Halloween and want to not necessarily theme your whole wedding to do with Halloween, although you might want to do that, but if you just want to put some little fun nods, you can make some Halloween inspired cakesicles maybe and have them on. Either if you just want to keep them for the kids, or if you want to give them to everybody, you can do more subtle Halloween theme with just like colours, or go full on like this mummy one that we did. Again, something that I think everyone will enjoy.
Yeah, not just for kids. Or if your wedding is around Valentine's Day, maybe you could make these heart-shaped hot chocolate bombs. Now, obviously, heart shapes really work anytime for weddings. It's love, synonymous with the heart shape. But we particularly love these for sort of around a Valentine's timed wedding. Again, people take that away. These are these things that you drop into hot milk or hot water, depending, and they kind of like a bath bomb. They kind of sort of explode and mix in, and wham bam, you have a nice hot chocolate.
Yeah. And finally in this section, and again another kind of Christmassy, December-y wedding, these really cute gingerbread people holding candy canes. So you've got
so cute.
The candy canes, which are like synonymous with Christmas, gingerbread people, which are just delicious, and they're just very cute because they're hugging the candy canes. So
I like it.
You could even, if you're making them yourself, you could ice names on again.
I like that.
Or if you're putting them in a bag, tie a tag on. Yeah.
So this final section, we're focusing purely on edible favours. Obviously, you've seen a few in the very last section, so arguably this is the best section, which is why I had to bleed over into other ones, but I'm here for an edible favour.
Same,
Yeah, well, let's just state that out now. So to kick this one off, I'm thinking things like marshmallows. I'm there for this. So we made ones on our channel where we targeted it for kids, but again, I'd be happy. Where you've got the giant marshmallows on a stick and sort of dipped in chocolate. Obviously, you could pick the colour if you're making them, and the different toppings, sprinkles, I can't ever say it, the coconut.
Desiccated.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Desiccated coconut. All different kind of things depending on your look. If you want it for your wedding, put a name tag around it, doubles up. But I really do love a marshmallow. Yeah.
And if you want to go one step further kind of with your marshmallows, you can actually get them with photos printed onto them, edible photos. So if you had an engagement shoot, for example, you could create some Favour marshmallows with pictures of you on, or just with the details of the date, something like that. So it's that extra special touch. So they're not just any marshmallows, they're dedicated to you marshmallows.
A tub of cookie dough. I mean, hello. I've never seen this at a wedding. I feel like it's quite a unique...
Yeah, I don't think I have.
Yeah. But again, I'd be like, yes.
I'd be happy.
Here for that. Yeah.
Or maybe like individual donuts. So instead of doing... We've seen donut towers instead of cakes maybe, but if you still want the cake...
We still want the cake, come on.
Then you could give your guests an individual donut. So whether it be from somewhere like Krispy Kreme, where they can come individually packaged, or just from other bakeries, something like that, where you can make them yourself. Just give everyone a wedding themed donut perhaps.
I like that. I like that a lot. Lollipops. So you may instinctively think just for kids, but the sort you can get as wedding favours now can be quite elegant and sophisticated looking as well. So maybe you want to get some just for the kids, but you can get different designs depending who you're giving them to. You get them with sort of like edible dried flower like petals in there, sparkles, different shapes, colours to match your potential theme. There are a lot of quite classy, beautiful possibilities out there with this now. So I think that's definitely worth having a look at those.
If you want to give edible favour but want to move maybe slightly away from the super sweet treat, you could think about something like nuts. So you could have some sort of funny play on words on the label, like go nuts or nuts about you or nuts about us, something like that. Obviously just check about allergies. If you've got any guests that are coming that are deathly allergic to nuts, you might not want to do this option.
That would take a bad turn to the wedding, though, yes.
But yeah, just another option, something a bit different, presented in like a nice little glass jar. Something for a bit of energy later on in the evening for the dance floor.
Yeah, although I'm just going to let it be known that my vote is for the sweet end of the
Yeah, well.
I'm just in case you're thinking of inviting me to your wedding, like, you know. But. Cakesicles. So again, we touched on this in the seasonal section with the Halloween themed ones, but of course you can make those look however you like, including very kind of classy wedding, more weddingy in the typical sense of the word. We have a couple of videos on this with different design ideas and techniques. But yeah, I think again it's just takeaway cake, lasts a bit longer because of how it's coated. Tasty, beautiful, doubles up.
You're onto a winner.
Yeah.
Something else you can take away, so probably not for the wedding day itself, are these adorable mini jars of Nutella or maybe other condiments that you can get personalised with names on. So again, doubles up as a place setting as well as a favour. And then maybe next morning when they're coming to have their breakfast, they can have Nutella on toast.
See, I don't even like Nutella or Marmite or any of these things, but I think these are super cute, and I would take it away with me just because it's cute.
Anything in miniature is just cute.
Yeah. It's just the rule. Yeah. And same vein, a miniature bottle of alcohol of some kind. Again, obviously you've got to know who's there, the ages and things, but sort of, is it I can never pronounce things right.
Yeah, limoncello. Yeah.
Okay, I don't particularly drink, which is why I'm not very good with these things. And you get all, people have their like own concoction made. They're like personalised drink cocktail, like taster size gins, kind of mini bottles. Again, you can have labels personalised. Lots of options here, but again, for you made to look quite classy.
Yeah, one thing to note on that is maybe just check with your venue whether they allow alcohol as favours, because some are a bit funny about like corkage fees and things like that. I think generally with favours you're probably okay, but just worth double checking.
I didn't realise they charge corkage if they're not opening it. Wait, is it because they're losing revenue through potential alcohol sales?
Potentially, yeah. So it's probably fine, but you just probably want to check. So there is just our roundup of some of our favourite favour ideas. Let us know in the comments below if you're going to use any of these ideas or if you're doing something completely different so other people can get inspired. Check out the Pinterest board, we'll have that link below in the description box. Give this video a like, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.